Greetings, Stamp Hobby friends. Welcome to the Monday Morning Brief for November 14th. In 2012, the United States Postal Service began issuing selected commemorative and definitive stamps in uncut press sheets without die cuts. These imperforate stamps were the subject of much debate and discussion among collectors. For several years, these popular varieties were not listed in the Scott Specialized Catalog of United States Stamps and Covers because they violated certain Scott listing criteria concerning intentional varieties produced in, relatively speaking, small quantities. Further input from dealers and collectors eventually persuaded the Scott editors to list them, beginning with the 2016 U.S. Specialized Catalog. This background is useful for a better understanding of our recent story about the discovery of an imperforate error of the Quilled Paper Heart Forever stamp issued January 12, 2016. Wayne Youngblood reported the discovery of imperforate panes of 20 Quilled Paper Heart stamps at a post office in Pennsylvania. What makes this find even more intriguing is the Quilled Paper Heart stamp also was produced in imperforate uncut press sheets. The imperf from the press sheet is listed as Scott 5036A. Perhaps you're wondering, can an imperf stamp from a press sheet be distinguished from the newly discovered imperf errors? In this case, the answer is yes. As Youngblood explains in his story, all of the Quilled Paper Heart stamps from imperforate uncut press sheets were produced by Senate Security Products, which means the plate numbers in the selvage margin have an S prefix. Youngblood writes that on October 1st, 2015, a change was officially made from Senate Security Products to Banknote Corporation of America. Senate acquired BCA in 2004. This meant that all future BCA printed issues would have a plate number with a B prefix. The Postal Service's first delivery order for the Quilled Paper Heart stamps was placed in August 2015, about 2 months before the change in printer. In May 2016, a second order of Quilled Paper Heart stamps was placed. This order came after the printer change, so all panes of these stamps have a B prefix in the plate number. At this point, you can probably guess where this is going. The imperforate Quilled Paper Heart error panes show a B prefix plate number. However, there is one caveat to this story. The error must be collected in a multiple, such as a plate block of 4, that shows the B prefix plate number in the selvage. Otherwise, a stamp from an error pane is indistinguishable from a stamp from an imperforate uncut press sheet. For Linn Stamp News and the Scott Catalogs, I'm Chad Snee. Have a super week enjoying our wonderful hobby. Cheers.